Looking to establish himself. Oh, there's a right hand. Down goes Beltran, and this one is over. A one-punch knockout. Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to G5Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Big shout out to all the sponsors of the channel. All the information is in the description box. And follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at BoxingFirst Now, this is the official breakdown and prediction video for the co-feature on the Julian Jroc Williams versus Jason Rosario card going down this Saturday at the Liacouras Center in my home city of Philly. Chris Colbert versus Jezzrel Corrales is going down, and this is a really good matchup. Chris Colbert is the young stud, the prospect, the guy that's trying to prove that he belongs in contender and championship status, versus Jezzrel Corrales, the veteran, the guy that's been around the block, that's trying to show this young dude that he's the one that should be in championship contention, and he still got it. So this is a classic matchup in the sport of boxing, and we see this all the time. Now, for the people that's new to the channel, come down to official breakdown and prediction videos. I'm one of the best to do it, and I'm going to give y'all a little glimpse of why today. Now, I'm going to start off with Jezzrel Corrales. He has a real herky-jerky type style. Jab is kind of awkward. His whole style is just awkward. But when you're awkward and you have skill, a lot of times you have success. It's when you run up against the guys that's special that exploit all that awkwardness during the course of a fight. So Jezzrel Corrales has had a pretty good career so far. Now, his most recent fight that I watched was him and Ladarius Miller. Ladarius Miller is a part of the money team, TMT, and most of the hardcores, they know Ladarius Miller from the sparring session that he had with Adrian Broner back in the day, and he had it on YouTube. Ladarius Miller, good fighter, good young fighter, and that fight was not pleasing to the eye at all. Jezzrel Corrales and Ladarius Miller, that is not a fight that you want to watch on YouTube for entertainment purposes. It was a lot of clinching. It was a lot of holding. It wasn't a lot of clean work getting done by either guy. Neither guy could really judge distance really well. That's how bad the styles were. And Ladarius Miller won the decision, but it was almost like he was the lesser of two evils in that fight. And I mean, when you fighting Jezzrel Corrales, like, you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. You're not gonna look overly impressive against him. Like, you're not gonna get a lot of style points against Corrales just off of his style alone. Now, because of his style, he's usually effective. He likes to throw multiple shots to the body at one time. Number two, he likes to just jump inside. Like, he jumps in at different angles, jumps in at different times, but his goal is just to jump inside and just get in there and start working. And with Jezzrel Corrales, a lot of his fights is a lot of clinching, a lot of holding, and it's not a lot of clean work that gets landed by Jezzrel Corrales. Even though he's effective, is weird. Like, it's weird. Like, he's a good fighter and he's had a good career, but when he goes up against B-level guys and A-level guys, his fights are more known for clinching and holding than it is him actually landing clean shots. So that's something to watch out for in this fight. Now, in this fight with Chris Colbert, he's going to have to go to the body. He's going to have to go to the body, but he's going to have to be smart with it. He can't be reckless going to the body, because that's going to get him counted over the top. That's number one. Another thing, he needs to make this fight ugly. Like, that's right up his alley. And I'm going to be in the building. I don't want to see an ugly fight, but for his personal preference, he should make this fight ugly. And that's just his comfort zone. That's number two. Number three, he cannot be trying to match speed for speed with Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert is the faster fighter and he's the sharper fighter. So he's going to have to try to throw in between Chris Colbert's shots because you beat speed with timing. And it's kind of hard to talk about timing with a guy that's so awkward. But it's a guy like Jezzrel Corrales that has this awkward style that would catch somebody that has a traditional type of defense. So even though Jezzrel Corrales is really difficult to figure out, it's an amazing puzzle that he presents inside of the ring. Now, Chris Colbert, he has all the physical talent you can ask for in the prospect. He can fight going forward. He can fight going backwards. He can fight orthodox. He can fight southpaw. He got a nice jab from the orthodox and southpaw stance. Nice hooks. Works with angles. Very explosive. I mean, he's a damn good prospect. Like, he's a damn good prospect. Now, for the people that is kind of like casuals, you could look at his record and be like, oh, he's undefeated, but he only has 5 knockouts. Sometimes the numbers lie. Like, Chris Colbert can crack. You can watch his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Watch his last fight and you can see that kid can crack. He's one of the hot prospects in the sport right now. And I think for Chris Colbert, what he's going to have to do is figure out which style he's going to go with in terms of his stance, whether he's going to fight orthodox or fight southpaw. Whichever stance gives him the more space to work, that's what he should go with. Whichever stance he chooses, do not forget the jab. Do not forget the jab. Make sure that you're throwing the jab not only for speed, but you're throwing it for power as well. And change the levels, change the speeds up on the jab as well. Keep Jezzrel Corrales guessing because you know he's going to be trying to jump inside. Another thing with Chris Colbert, he definitely needs to take his time. Take his time, judge the distance, get your timing down first 2-3 rounds. Don't go in trying to go for broke. That's another important thing for Chris Colbert. And I think the final thing for Chris Colbert is volume's not as important as this in this fight as in previous fights. You can try to outwork Jezzrel Corrales, but if the work looks sloppy, you're just putting out sloppy work. Jezzrel Corrales might throw 5 or 6 shots and they all are not clean, but Chris Colbert is so sharp and his punches are so accurate. If he lands 2 shots, it's going to be more important than Jezzrel Corrales 6 or 7 shots that he done threw. So he needs to focus on the target and he needs to make sure that he's throwing accurate shots and pick and choose his opportunities wisely. When he's not ripping hooks, he just needs to flash a jab. Flash a jab, flash a jab until you see an opportunity. Then throw your combinations, but try to make your work look as clean as possible with a guy that fights ugly like Jezzrel Corrales. Now, how do I think this fight is going to go? I think it's probably going to be a chess match for the first 3-4 rounds. I do think Chris Colbert is going to find his range, probably around 5-6. I'm going to predict that Chris Colbert is going to get an 8th round stoppage in this fight over Jezzrel Corrales. But I do think it's going to be a good fight, but I think it's going to be ugly at times. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.